What's up, everybody? It's Mikey Dealz. I know it's been a while since I've talked to anybody or put out an episode here. I'm sorry, I sound fucking retarded immediately into the fucking show. Uh, I've been actually doing another podcast with my buddy Rich Carucci, the comic and the con, which you can see here on the same channel. I don't really promote it on Facebook, just basically on my Twitter. Why I don't know. It's a different type of show than the Mikey Dealz show. Here I get in depth with myself and the shit I've done in the past and what I got going on right now. And today I have a good guy right here with me. He goes by the name of Dave Hoj. He's a longtime stand-up comedian here in New Jersey. He's been in the business for a long time. So, Dave, thank you for coming by tonight. I appreciate it, bro.
No, thanks for having me. Good seeing you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I just met Dave for the first time last night. We were at
second time.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like a year ago.
Right. Yeah, I met Dave for the first time last year at the Dojo of Comedy in Morris Plains when Sam Tripoli was in town. I saw him again last night for the 5-year anniversary of the comedy club there.
And Sam Tripoli was there.
Tripoli was there again. Yeah. And you fucking killed it as you always do.
That was a good show. It was a great crowd.
It was fucking awesome, man. The whole lineup that they had there. And I left early. I left I left right after you. Like people, a lot of people came. Yeah, no problem. A lot of people came after me. Like I know that I heard fucking killed it. Did Berg actually show up?
Berg showed up. Yeah, Berg was there. He was great.
Yeah, it was Aaron Berg, Sam Tripoli,
Derek Chauvin joke. It was great.
Oh, nice. I wish I fucking would have been there for that.
I don't even want to say because I'd ruin it. So I'm just saying it was funny.
No doubt.
And I was in the green room talking to Barry Ribs,
the legend Barry Ribs.
And the next thing I know, I'm like, did he just say that? I'm like, holy.
Yeah, Aaron Berg's a fucking funny character, man. He's a funny character.
On In Hot Water, he was great.
Yeah, he was with Gino. Yeah, he was fucking great.
At first, they made a great team. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I could understand.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Right.
You can only take so much of fucking being around somebody all the time. I don't want to specifically say Gino. But yeah, fucking relationships go sour, especially when you're working with somebody for so many years or doing the same shit, so it's understandable. But I'm happy for him and his success. He was doing real well with Legion of Skanks and
everything on Gas Digital.
Yeah, everything
they
with
have.
Gas,
they have a great run going with everything.
I know. Fucking they got Zach Amico, fucking Luis J. Gomez, fucking they got a bunch of killers over there, bro.
First time I actually met Aaron and Luis they were on a show together at LOL in the city before I got I did comedy for a couple of years, and I stopped. And during that time I wasn't doing it, I still wanted to be around, and I went with my cousin to an Easter show at LOL, and they were on the show together. I'm like with Scopo, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And of course, the two of them saw me sitting there, and they're like, "What do you do?"
Yeah, that's how I get questioned. Fucking last night, they're like, I'm like meeting people and shit. Like, are you a comic? And I'm like, no. Like, oh, like fucking when you're hanging out back here. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I like to speak. I like to meet you guys. I'm very interested in comedy and talking to interesting people.
Well, I just went the extra step because anybody that, if you do comedy and you're at a comedy show, they act a little suspicious around you.
Yeah.
And so I just said, I'm in consulting. And you're from Jersey. We get it. All right. Cut the shit. I'm like, I didn't even think of going that way, but yes, you called me on that one. Good way to go.
Yeah. They look at you sideways. Like Franco Danger last night. I saw him last year and he fucking killed it.
He's a good guy.
I've seen him twice and he's always fucking killed it. You can see his clips on Instagram. Dude's fucking funny. And I've met him last night was the third time I've actually ran into him. And I'm like, hey man, how you doing? He's like, what's up, bro? And he's like a bald headed, I don't know if he's Mexican. I don't know what he is.
He's Costa Rican.
Okay, same.
We were talking about it last night.
He's a tropical Mexican. Same shit. So fucking I saw him last night and he was mad suspect on me. He was looking at me fucking weird. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you grilled me. He's like, no, bro, I'm just it's been a long time since I've seen you. And I'm like, all right, it was just fucking awkward.
Yeah.
And I get sideways eyes from some of these dudes. I'm not gonna say any names right now, but there was a guy that I saw last night that was here. Once before that, I did a show with one of my earliest shows that I recorded in the house, and I saw him last night, and he was kind of fucking weird, bro. And it was
Levy's always weird. Though.
No, it wasn't Bob. It wasn't Bob.
I love
fucking
Bob.
No, Bob.
He was drinking a lot more than I've seen him drink in a long time.
Yeah, but which is weird because he had to go to Staten Island. But listen,
and he still had to drive. That was the crazy part.
So listen, the dude, he was a comic and he went on stage last night. Like a month ago, he's like, yo, he hits me up. He's like, hey man, I'm getting ready to do my podcast. Can I come by and record over there? I'm like, yeah, no problem. There's no charge. You can come here, record, just obviously be respectful and don't fucking break anything. And you know, like you got to be out of here by 9. Like I just laid out a few rules. No problem, bro. I'll hit you up. I really appreciate it. No problem. So like I don't get a call from this guy, like at all. And I texted him, I'm like, yo, well, actually, when he originally called me, I told him, like, look, we're doing construction in the house because we were, like, my sister was putting in that kitchen over there. So I'm like, I can't do anything yet. We have contractors here almost every day, fucking banging shit away, fucking pipes getting installed, you know, fucking all this other shit. And he's like, I'm like, I'll hit you up in like 3 weeks. And he's like, all right, bet, man, I really appreciate it. So I texted him, I'm like, yo, just so you know, if you ever want to come through, like everything's ready to go, I got you. No reply. And then like a week later, he's like, hey man, like, is that offer
I'm
still
outside.
good? right. And like a week later goes by, he hits me up, he's like, yo, he's like, is everything like good? Does that offer still apply? And I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, whatever you want, just let me know what time. No answer.
But Pedro's impulsive like that.
It's not Pedro. It's not Pedro. Pedro's great. So fucking like
there was only 20 people there last night. I may stumble upon it eventually.
So anyway, I follow him online. Me and him are friends on Facebook, and I see him like fucking brand new podcast out tonight, recorded at the dojo. It's like, bro, like I don't care if you record at the dojo. I was doing you a solid, but at least get back to me and tell me that, like.
But he's in a hat.
What?
He's kind of fat. He's in a hat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
See, and I can agree with you in knowing who it is and not say the name. We're good.
But it's like just show a little bit of fucking respect and appreciation. You know what I mean? And then I see him last night. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, not like, oh, what's up, man? How you been? None of that shit.
He was very upset last night because he had to go on after Aaron.
Good.
I know.
Did he fucking eat a bag of dicks? He probably didn't. He's pretty good.
Only comparatively, and I mean only comparatively. Like because it was a hot crowd.
Oh yeah, after birth,
both shows still had a lot of people.
Yeah, what time was it?
He was second to last. He went right before Danny Braff.
Oh shit! So I'm sure Danny killed it too.
Danny did good.
Yeah, Danny's a beast. So like for people that don't know, which none of you that are watching this fucking podcast right now know anything about last night. Last night was the 5-year celebration at the Dojo of Comedy East in Morris Plains. It's above Tiff's Restaurant in Morris Plains on Speedwell Avenue. Last night was their 5-year anniversary. They had a fucking insane lineup of comics, and you know, I got there. I think the show started at 7:30.
Yeah,
or about like 7:40.
And we left around midnight.
Right, and I left earlier. I left right after you. I don't even know what fucking time that was, but yeah. So that's like there was a bunch of comics there, a bunch of fucking people that I've ran into. Again, it's some people that I've had on the show before, some people that I haven't, and it was a good fucking time. And if you ever want to go see a good comedy show, look up the Dojo of Comedy East in Morris.
Every weekend they have something good.
Every weekend they got a good fucking lineup.
Now they're expanding it to 3 to 4 nights a week.
Yeah, they got open mics there.
Not including the open mics. I'm talking about the actual shows now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
So me and Paul produce a show there monthly. And so is Jesse and Pedro and a couple other people. So Danny produces some shows there, not all the time. But we have monthly shows. But because of their insane lineups that they're starting to have with the major headliners, with the Mark Normans coming in, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got moved to Thursdays. We used to have before the pandemic, we had Saturdays. Bless you. Post pandemic, we got Fridays, which is okay. Not as great as a Saturday, but still a good solid night.
Right.
Now they're moving us to Thursdays, which I get. You know, I'm not Mark Norman. I get it. I'm not going to have the same crowd coming in most of the time.
And I think the max that room could fucking hold is like 78 people or 79 people, I think.
Can or should?
Should.
Yes, that's the right answer.
Right.
Because we had 99 in there a couple of weeks ago.
I'm sure it's pretty much like that last night.
It was like the early show, definitely the early part.
Yeah.
And then even there was like 60 for the second half.
Wow, a lot of people stuck around.
A lot of people stuck around for the end of that. It was an amazing show.
When did you start comedy?
I started a very long time ago, and then 01, and then I stopped in end of 05.
What made you get into it in 01?
I was a huge fan. Like I loved comedy. I used to sneak records and tapes into the house to start playing. You know, oh Eddie Murphy, you know, when you're like 10, it's like, oh my God, you're not supposed to say that, haha. You know, and and then my parents were like, oh, you like this stuff? Here, try George Carlin. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, yeah. And then of course I'm like, oh, Richard Pryor, and it's like you just want to hear about cocaine and hookers. I'm like, I'm 10. I have no idea what they mean by that. So I'm like, sure. And of course, my parents are upset that I wanted to hear that. And
what'd your parents do?
At what point?
No, I mean, like what's it like? How were you raised?
It was very chaotic. My dad was a felon. He was a
Alcoholic.
heroin addict.
Oh, okay. Heroin addict, just as good.
Yeah, just as fun. No, I listen. I had as crazy as it may sound, I had a lot of fun growing up. I literally got to see every type of character that you could imagine. Like I
Where'd you
learned
grow
that
up? In Jersey City?
in between Jersey City and Bayonne. My dad, I was conceived on Bentley Ave in Jersey City, and my mom, because she was very irresponsible, bounced around a lot. I had family in Jersey City that she stayed with. She had her own apartments there, and then in Bayonne. And then my parents decided, well, we're not going to send the kid to school over here because where my dad lived, I was definitely not going to make it far in those schools.
Yeah.
So they moved me into Bayonne. I stayed there, but I got the summer in Jersey City. My grandmother would take me there after school sometimes. I literally spent my time transitioning back and forth between the two.
I mean, between Jersey City and Bayonne, it's a fucking stone's throw. It's literally right there.
They border each other.
Yeah, it's
but
the
literally
same fucking shit.
It theoretically, but the difference in the people, the personalities of people, you
Yeah.
would be surprised.
Really?
Everybody in Bayonne thinks they're way better than everybody in Jersey City. At
That's
least that's what it
fucking
used to be.
crazy.
It
That's
is
fucking
ridiculous.
crazy, bro.
And it makes more sense now as an adult because there's so many people I know that left Jersey City to go to Bayonne. I'm like, yeah, but
we're moving up in the world. We're moving to fucking Bayonne.
You all left the same place. Stop it. Cut it out.
So you all left the Heights in Jersey City, and they're moving to fucking Avenue fucking C in Bayonne.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Bayonne's a weird fucking little town. I've talked to somebody
It is an
about
amazing fucked up town.
I've talked to somebody about it before on the
Actually,
podcast.
Jersey City and Bayonne, both totally awesome fucked up places.
Yeah, but Bayonne
to live and to hang out.
Bayonne is surrounded by Jersey City. The only way you can get to the only way you can get into Bayonne is through Jersey City or Staten Island, right?
Yep.
Or you're swimming across the fucking the fucking water that's over there.
Right. If you're lucky to make it through the sludge and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a weird place. And the last time I was there, I was there probably, I don't know, fucking 5 years ago. I was working down there. I used to sell fucking bootleg watches, right? That's what we'll call it. I used to sell bootleg watches. I used to scam people on the street for fucking bootleg watches, right?
So by the MOT, you would go up that way, or
no? Well, like 5 years ago. I mean, years ago, I would just work the gas stations out by the bridge, by the Gothels.
Okay.
And that and like Jersey City and 440 and all that shit.
You know what I meant? How long ago? Is it like 15, 20 years ago?
Well, I've been doing I did it for 22 years, but I haven't been doing it for the last, I don't know, almost 3 years now.
I have many memories, not just as a kid, but when I was in the Army after high school. So when I got out of the Army, I one of my first jobs, I worked for a customs broker, and it was a lot easier now that I was able to drive and stuff, because when I was a kid, I wasn't driving to Newark. So now as an adult, I would drive over on a Friday afternoon over at the seaport. The amazing deals you could get on literally everything that fell off the truck.
Yeah, see, that was the show that I put on. I acted as if it fell off the truck. I acted as if like I knew somebody that that somebody jacked a fucking a trailer. That was the whole show that I put on. Like, hey man, I got a bunch of these. The people they'd be like, yo, they fall off the truck. I'd be like, not yet. Fucking stupid shit. And I just take them for their fucking bread. You know what I mean? Celebrities, football players, fucking baseball players. But all that shit.
I did that in high school with gold chains. I'd go down the shore with
it's all the same hustle.
with gold dip change, and you get for $5 and go down and listen. I broke up with my girlfriend. I have no place to stay.
Right.
I got to sell my jewelry to try and get by this weekend.
Yeah.
You sell your stuff, and that doesn't even it's nowhere near. Listen, it's like $100. Just give me like $25, $50, whatever. What do you got? What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, mine was a little bit different than that. Like, cause I'm a fucking professional.
I'm a piece of crap. I'm garbage.
No. I was a fucking piece of shit too. Like, I didn't give a fuck, but I knew what the fuck I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I made a living. I made a lot of money doing it. I was fucking pretty successful at doing it. And at the end, I got caught. It's no fucking secret. Everybody that watches my podcast knows I finally got caught in fucking Florida. I took a plea deal for fucking conspiracy.
Florida's tough.
Bro, they wanted somebody to fucking prison. So now I'm on probation for fucking fraud out of Florida. They transferred to New Jersey. So here I fucking am. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, like I said, my dad was a felon. So I learned at a very early age. I was probably too young to actually should have learned this stuff. The lessons that my dad taught me. But I was like, 10 when he was telling me, he's like, so yeah, when you go to jail, you never want to go in California, Texas, or Florida. They have some of
All-
the strictest
all hard
penal
time.
codes. It's
All
all
hard
hard time. I'm like, why do I need to know this? What's going? Why am I going to jail? What did I do? I don't know what you're asking me.
Hey, he was trying to give you some
You-
fucking life
listen.
lessons.
Did you ever hear? You ever watch Midnight Express?
Oh yeah, with fucking Robert De Niro.
No, Midnight Run. No, that's Midnight Run.
Yeah.
Midnight Express is the people that went to Turkey.
Fuck, I don't watch it.
No. It was from the 70s. Dennis Quaid was in it.
I don't
It was
think
about
so.
people trying to smuggle black tar heroin.
No.
Based on a true story. There's a book about a best-selling book. They made a movie. Crazy story. And of course, I was forced to watch that, in 1980. I'm like 9 years old.
Yeah.
My dad's like, no, you have to watch this. This is serious stuff. I'm
That's
like,
probably
okay.
his favorite movie.
No. But he made me like anything when it came to that type of life. He was like, look, he was able to relate. So, he sat me down. He's like, no. He's like, so whenever you leave the country, don't fuck around because they'll lock you up for anything.
Yeah. He
I'm
wasn't lying.
I was 9. I didn't need to know I was going to be locked up if I went to another country. First thing I go in the army, and he's like, I told him I was heading to Tijuana for the week, and he goes,
TJ.
just remember Midnight Express. Just remember that. Everything I told him. I get out of the army. I'm working. I go to college after that. I use my all my government money, and first thing I do, I go to spring break. I'm going to Cancun. He goes, Midnight Express. Remember what I taught you? I'm like, that was so many years ago. I don't remember the movie.
Yeah, but it stuck with you.
Yeah.
The point,
I didn't want it to.
The fucking point of the story fucking stuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking good shit.
Listen, it was great lessons. You probably could have waited a couple of years to tell me.
But it probably helped you out too. You don't even fucking realize it.
Well, I got in a lot of. First time I was brought home by the cops, I was 4.
That's horrible.
So the
why do the cops bring you home when you're 4? Your parents should be watching you.
Well, that's a whole nother story. It was the 70s. It was the 70s. I was a latchkey kid.
I'm a fucking 80s baby, bro. So's my sister. And
so what happened was there was a rookie cop that he parked his car by the projects near where I lived, was trying to talk to a couple of the girls over there. He was getting calls on the radio, and I happened to be, riding my bike around, and I heard it. So I got in the cop car and answered the call.
Nice.
So, of course, cop was very upset that I got in there, and the rest of the police department was upset because I'm like, no, he's in the back talking to Kimmy and the girls.
Yeah, you're lucky you were 4. If you're any older, they probably fucking crack a head open.
Oh, that same cop busted my balls many times for many years after. Then he became mayor. Thank you.
In Jersey City?
In Bayonne.
Oh shit, even worse.
Lucky me.
Even worse, bro. Like you're trapped in that town. There's no getting if they don't want you to get out of that town, you're not getting out.
Well, like you said, 2 ways in, no way out.
Right, unless you want to swim. Fucking
And I never realized how bad that was. Like I would hear relatives say that because of course my mom moved there, my grandmother moved there, and all my relatives were like, dude, you never come visit. They're like, yeah, you got to get in and out of Bayonne. That's just tough. Like
it's changed a lot though. Like I was saying before, like I was there like 5 years ago, and all that shit on the water. I know, like they put a fucking
oh, it's beautiful.
There's like a movie theater down there with like quote unquote luxury condos that are probably fucking $4,000 a month.
Oh yeah.
They put like a Costco in there, a Sam's Club, or where the fuck that is. What road is that? Was that River Road? Oh yeah, it is right, but that's what it's called. It's not called like River Road or anything.
No, it used to be dirt roads when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's how it was up here too, like in Edgewater and Hoboken, and all that shit. Like, not really Hoboken, but Edgewater, Weehawken, North
Hoboken.
Bergen.
I remember it was just projects.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, back in the day, when in the 80s and early 90s, when I was growing up, like Hoboken just started like getting like rejuvenated. You know? And all that shit's changed. Like
early to mid 90s, it became like the hot spot. And it's like, why?
Yeah, and the same thing like in the 2000s, bro. And it's still the fucking hot spot to live. If you're like single and in like your fucking 20s, you know what I mean?
And you're making money because it's still not cheap to live there.
No, right. Like you're making bread, but like I'm not from Hoboken. I'm from a little bit north of there. I'm from Englewood.
Okay.
And Englewood has changed dramatically.
Dramatically.
Dramatically. Thank you. Dramatically over the years. It's so fucking high end now. Not that Englewood was ever ghetto. Like Englewood always had the East Hill. Eddie Murphy lived there.
Yeah.
I think Alicia Keys lives there now in his fucking house. And,
between there and everybody, what the hell is that other one up there?
There's Englewood Cliffs, Alpine.
Alpine is the one I was thinking of.
Bro, I mean,
with
so
Chris Rock and
there,
what's his name live up that way.
Let me tell you something, bro. One day, me and my boy, I'm not gonna say his name on the cast because he's still out there doing dirt.
Jesse Montanez? I'm sorry.
Fucking me and my boy were working up there in fucking Alpine years ago, and we're selling the watches. We pull up at this fucking at this house, and there's a white Range Rover. This is fucking years ago, so nobody could do shit about it. I don't give a fuck. We went up to this fucking white Range Rover. You know where there's a tower up there, the
Yeah.
Devil's Tower.
Yep.
It was like you drive right past the Devil's Tower, and then you make a right.
Yeah, you can see that from Palisades Parkway.
Yeah. Yep. And fuck, we make the right, and it's a Range Rover that's just like running in the street, pulled over on the side, and it's got like light dark tint the windows. So I pull up, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, roll down. I pull up in a van, and the guy rolls down, and it's fucking Chris Rock.
Yeah, he lives up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He lives up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this is gonna sound fucking crazy, bro, but you want a couple of rollies? You want a couple of Rolexes? He's like, motherfucker, hell no, and fucking rolls up the window and takes off, bro. We chased him from fucking Alpine to the George Washington Bridge.
That's funny.
I mean, a high speed fucking pursuit, and I was in like a Chevy Astro van. And he was in his Range Rover, but we were hitting traffic. He jumped on the Palisades Interstate Parkway, headed south towards the bridge.
Yeah.
And we're hitting traffic, bro. But we're keeping up with him, and we're fucking just out of our minds, just cursing him out and shit. And he eventually he made it right to that the Easy Pass thing and fucking bolted. Like that. We were horrible fucking people. You know what I mean? But it happens. He shouldn't have been fucking sitting out there.
Yeah. Why is he sitting on the side of the Palisades? Is all I'm asking.
No, he was sitting probably in front of his house in Alpine.
Probably.
Somebody's house, but he wasn't in a driveway. He shouldn't have been sitting there. It's his fault. Blame him.
He was blocking traffic. It's his fault.
Yep, he was impeding traffic.
That impeding traffic. You've been pulled over for that, I say.
Bro, my dad was a cop. My dad was a fucking cop. My dad was a cop for almost 30 years. He retired as a lieutenant. Like, you see all the patches and shit up here. But then again, I'm a fucking convict fucking felon.
I get it.
I mean?
You kind of remind me of a friend of mine growing up. His dad was a Belleville cop, and he was a legit. Let me put it this way: he wasn't. He was in a different game than you were. His thing was. I ran into him when I got out of the army, so I re-befriended him because he moved to Belleville, and then he moved back to Bayonne. So I saw him when I first got out. I'm like, "Oh, what's up, man?" He was involved with fan clubs.
Oh, yeah?
Which is ridiculous. But he was making bank, basically robbing people from all over the country. Like, oh my God, I'm in charge of the president of the fan club for the New Kids on the Block for Donnie Wahlberg's solo career.
He must have been fucking crushing it.
Dude, he's
from Belleville?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, one of my boys that's from around that area, I guarantee you he fucking knows him well.
I recently found out a friend of my fiance's was coming up. He was like, you know my ex. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, I feel bad. I'm like, do you know who it is? She's like, he said you hung out with her. I don't know. I'm like, give me a fucking name. Joe. I don't know Joe. I know how many Joes I know. But anyway, I find out. So Mark Wahlberg had a restraining order against him because he was like trying to get like stuff from him that was, sneak pictures and all that. Yeah, pertinent information. He was doing all of that. And he was setting up fan clubs using P.O. boxes. And he had those blue tone callers. I don't know if you remember the phone dialers.
No. Like the automatic dialers?
Yep, the phone dialers where he had the blue tone set up so that way you can make phone calls for free. So it sounded like you were putting change into the phone. And he was just making bang. He was like, oh yeah. He's calling girls in like Iowa. Oh yeah, send me your demo and send the $300. I'll help you I'll get the remix done for you.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm like, how are you like? How do you have first of all, how do you have the balls to do that? But
I love it.
I loved it. I admired it. I'm like, I wish I could talk the same shit you do.
Yeah, it's a talent, bro. And he was probably trained really well. Like he didn't just learn that on his own. Somebody taught him that.
Oh well, he was always a bullshitter, but he just got better with age.
Exactly. Yeah, he got fucking trained.
He learned the right skill for him to keep going.
Yeah, he learned the fucking script and he tweaked it so
he's
worked.
Dead now. So God rest your soul.
So rest in peace. Well, that's a fucking.
But God damn it, it was just weird because I'm like, why is this girl calling me? Why am I on the phone with this strange person? Because you owe them money.
But
on a payphone
how did it come
on Avenue E and Broadway? Oh, because he was like, here, talk to Dave. Like I was somebody. I'm like, I have no idea who any of these people are.
But how did they get your number?
No, they didn't have my number. It was a payphone.
But so then how did they call you?
He was calling them with the call dialer with the blue tones.
Yeah, I thought you said they were calling you.
Well, they would call the payphone back.
Oh, so that was like your spot.
It would work both ways. We had a payphone on the corner. He didn't have a phone in the house or a cell phone.
Oh, so it was like the block payphone. It was like
Yeah.
the pizza shop payphone.
Yep, it was right there on the street, right next to the fire alarm.
Gotcha.
It was so much fun. I'm like, really? You know, he's like, listen, I want to have a party this weekend. You should get some girls over. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. What night? It's like every night. I'm like, all right. That means I can invite everybody. Whatever day they're available is a good day to have them over. Done. But yeah, it was great because, you know, and then he showed me, he's like, oh yeah, I got this warrant. He had the court paperwork that he wasn't allowed within 500 feet of Mark Wahlberg. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, first of all, why are you trying to get that close to Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You're a straight dude. Stop it.
Well,
Now, listen, he was hot in 93, but that's not the point.
how did he die?
Probably, I think it was heart attack. He was a large fellow that got a lot larger.
He did a lot of blow.
No, that's the crazy part.
Yeah, fucking. I just started my new job yesterday. I'm working for this drilling supply company. Like they do environmental drilling.
All right.
So I started yesterday, and like I told you before, like I've had a job where I did hard labor when I was like 15. I worked for my brother doing roofing.
That's not fun.
Yeah, I lasted like 4 days, and I fucking walked off the job site, and I never did anything fucking, you know, construction wise since then. It's just not in my fucking forte. It's not my forte, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did the hustling for the fucking 22 years. You know, and about 3 years ago, I ended up getting locked up and fucking a long fucking story. Everybody that's watched the show before fucking knows the deal. And so now I'm like, all right, I'm not going to go back to doing what I used to do because I don't want to do that anymore. I'm trying to.
At a certain point, you really shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm fucking 42 years old.
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to have any more of the fucking bad shit come back around. You know, I'm fucking done with that. I try to fucking do the right thing now. Anyway, fuck the bullshit. So I got this fucking new job finally. It's been like I left my other job like a month ago. I hated it. I was fucking miserable there. I wasn't making the money that I wanted to make. So I got this job yesterday, and I started yesterday, and it's a fucking pretty solid hourly wage for a guy that's in my shoes that has fucking
Nice.
zero fucking you know, skills besides fucking lying and manipulating and fucking bullshitting people.
Well,
you
it's
know
it's the environmental sciences, so you're right on board.
you know, so I'm fucking pretty happy with it, and but it's fucking legit hard work. Like I'm picking up fucking heavy ass fucking humongous 6-foot drill fucking bits, and you know, fucking carrying 55-gallon drums, empty obviously, but like I've never fucking done that shit. And like, bro, I'm so I've never been this fucking fat in my life. I'm a fucking fat, disgusting fuck right now, and my edible kicked in too, so I'm fucking baked out of my mind.
Good for you. I have to drive, so I couldn't even ask.
No, well, you're enjoying it.
But I appreciate it. Yes, I'm having my Fresca.
We do not endorse drinking and driving in this household.
I have a Fresca.
Yep. Is that what you have? Yep. There you go. So yeah, I fucking started it yesterday, and today was my second day, and I'm tired as fuck, but I feel good. Like I'm fucking happy that I'm doing something productive, and it's like a fucking real job. Like I could be there for 20 years and fucking retire with a good, you know, a good
something on the side.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like with some fucking skills.
A legit hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what my dad always told me. Like, you got to have a legit hustle, kid. What's wrong with you?
Right. And you know, these guys that I'm working there with, they've been there.
Like, you mean a job?
They've been there for a significant amount of time. One guy's at like 10 years there, another guy's like 15. And like they're making close to $40 an hour, plus they kill it with overtime over there. So I'm pretty happy about that, you know. And just fucking, it's a completely different fucking ball game for me now. Like bro, I don't know anything about, you know, working hard. I don't know anything about that. The only time I worked hard was it fucking mental shit when I'm out there.
That's just as hard.
Trying to make money off the street. It's harder, you know, than the physical shit.
What was your first hustle?
I would steal. I used to live in Bergenfield, and
by the rink.
Yeah, right up the street. yeah, right up the street. And there was a liquor store there, and there was a music store right next to the liquor store. It was like a fucking like an album, so like a vinyl place.
Yeah,
so vinyls and CDs. And right next to that was a fucking liquor store. And we would go inside the liquor store. I don't know how the motherfucker didn't catch us, bro. The same thing with the fucking record store. We would go in there and steal bottles of booze,
Nice.
and there was a pool hall down the block. So we take it. We take the. I was probably 14 years old. Me and my boy Kevin Lupian. We would bring it right around the corner to the pool hall and sell it right in there in a heartbeat.
Oh, nice. I like that.
And we did it constantly. Then there was another place up the block, and they this is like that's like 93 now. So fucking I was like 13, 14, and they had, remember Biggie used to wear the fucking the Coogee sweaters.
Yeah,
they would sell Coogee sweaters in there. So
the real ones.
Yeah, the real ones.
All right.
Yeah, like they'd be like fucking $400 or $500.
Right, I figured the $20 ones that you get at like Columbus Market.
No, these were the official, bro. These were official. Like it was a fucking old man store, like an old man fucking dress store, you know?
Nice.
So we'd fucking boost them out of there and then jump on the 166 bus and go over the fucking bridge and sell them in the Heights.
Nice.
And buy a bunch of weed and acid and shit. Fucking bug out for fucking 2 days on the train and wake up in the middle of fucking Queens. You know what I'm saying? And this is again, like I was like fucking 14, 15 years old doing this. And it carried on with me until, I got older. And, my dad tried to have me to work with my brother. He brought me to the Marine Corps fucking recruiting fucking thing. I said, you're out of your fucking mind. And, it all started from there. And then
I definitely would have been in jail for a longer period of time than like a weekend. Like if I've had a weekend, the night over, a weekend,
yeah.
I would have definitely done like serious time if I didn't go into the military. I guarantee that.
I kick myself in the ass all the time, bro, that I didn't fucking, follow in his footsteps and fucking get in the Corps and then become a cop. I would have fucking had a baby, but
yeah, you'd be retired soon.
I know, but bro, my one buddy, like a couple people told me, but my one buddy really told me, he's like, bro, he's like, if you would have fucking done that, you would be in prison probably for fucking ever, because you would have beat the fuck out of somebody. You would have robbed somebody. You would have been the dirtiest fucking cop in the fucking world.
That was the one thing. So I get out of the army, so you have the veterans preference and everything.
Oh, what's the?
Sorry.
I thought you about to walk into the court.
No, so with veterans preference and everything, I considered it.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, let me look into this. Like, good job stability. Let me look into that. Like, nobody in my family really had good job stability for the most part.
Hey, can you grab me one of these? Right there. Are you looking for a Fresca?
No, I got what I want.
Okay, the Fresca's in the top right. If you need a Fresca on the outside. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry guys for the fucking.
Alcohol
Thank
break.
you so much. Thanks. So yeah, you had the fucking, you had the end being a veteran.
Right. So I had the end. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do it. And then I was on the list for several places. And first of all, I had to have a heart-to-heart with my dad, because he was like, listen, I love you, but I have to disown you if you do this.
That's fucked up. You're trying to do better for yourself.
And I'm like, and I was like, he's like, look, listen, he's like, all right, maybe. And then he's like, listen, I love you no matter what, but if you do decide to do this, you have to leave the house immediately. I can't have you in my house. I can't have a cop in my house. And he wasn't involved with anything at that point in his life. He was old and feeble, but he's like, listen, it's just the fact of having a cop in my, I just can't do it.
That's
it's who he is. And I'm like, I get it. And he's like, listen, he's like, why do you want to do it? He's like, just be serious with me. Why do you want to do it? Like, I'm like, and I was like, listen, it's good stability. I'm looking for something stable in my life.
Yeah.
I would hope to have something stable. He's like, you can find that elsewhere. He's like, how do you feel? How would you feel if you had to arrest one of your friends? Well, are you going to be able to do it?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's what my dad says. He's like, are you going to be a piece of shit that says, I don't care that your blood or your family or you're a good friend that's just like family? Are you going to be able to go up to your friends that have done things that you know are wrong? I was like, fuck, I really can't do this. I had to give up that whole idea.
See, I don't know, man. Like my dad, how old are you?
51.
Okay. Our parents were fucking old school, and
yeah,
like my dad, he retired as a lieutenant, man, and he was a cop in the town that he grew up in Englewood, and fucking everybody loved him. He knew everybody. When I got locked up, I was locked up with dudes that my dad had locked up years before, and they all said, "Yo, man, your dad's a fucking solid guy." Like he fucking did what he had to do sometimes, but that was it. But like my dad would cover for his friends, bro, so fucking much. He'd drive them home. He'd fucking
right.
He did the
well,
right thing.
The driving home, I get, because you would get away with it back in the day,
right. But
not only that, it wasn't as big of a deal now.
Right. And then you mean
Right. No, it wasn't a big deal back then as it is now. Yes.
Right. But you know, I just think I think back then they did things different. You didn't have to lock up your fucking
No.
friends.
But
You know, but now they're all wearing cameras, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing.
it's a
for
blessing and a
fucking-
curse.
Exactly. Like now, like if you give them a PBA card now, like they might not fucking take it because they're on the camera. And
Yep.
if you drive away and you get into an accident, or like, hey man, my license is suspended, but you know this card is from such and such. Back then, before the cameras, be like, all right, I know this guy. You have his card,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna fucking
meant
do you a
something.
solid, you know, and fucking all right, get out of here. But now, you know, you drive away and fucking you get into a car accident with somebody.
Now you're all in trouble.
Yeah, now the cops jammed up because he just pulled you over 20 minutes before, and fucking he's on camera knowing that you know he let you drive.
You know what the trick for that is now, because I've gotten a few PBA cards in the last few years. So if you do get stopped, what they do is they go, all right, hold on, and they come back and they write you out a little thing. You're like, oh, just make sure you read this, take care of it, and they hand you the warning instead of the ticket.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's their way around it now.
Oh, nice.
Thank God.
It's been so long
Because I don't want to get my ass beat by the cops anymore in my life.
No, I hear you. It's been
Bayonne. It was in Bayonne. It was the old elevator ride from the basement up to the top floor where the police department was in City Hall. Yeah, that was always fun.
What was that from the garage would be downstairs?
The garage was downstairs, and you had to go from the ground, below ground, to the second floor.
That's what they.
It was not fun. It was not fun. And last time I had to do that, I was in high school. So
yeah.
And it was because I got in a fight with somebody that was actually a friend of mine. Like we knew each other and then we became better friends after this incident because we both had our little run in together.
Yeah.
And then we found out our dads were friends and they had their dirt together back in the day. I was like, oh, wow, this is weird.
Right. I got in Ridgefield years ago. I was probably 15 or 16. And
Ridgefield or Ridgefield Park?
Ridgefield. Not
Ridgefield
the
Park. Fancy.
I don't know. I lived in the garden apartments on fucking on Schiller Boulevard. And,
Nice.
I mean, it was good.
I ate government cheese. We're even, I guess.
But I got all fucked up and hammered at the park one day, and I passed out drunk. So somebody called the cops. Somebody drove by, whatever. So they called the cops for me, and the cops knew my dad, and so they called my dad. My dad showed up fucking drunk, and you know, I was really sleeping on like the concrete, and the cops woke me up. My dad woke me up, and he fucking picked me up, and he fucking went to fucking hit me, or no, I swung on my dad, and fucking he hit me, and all the cops jumped on me. They threw me in the back of the police car, and I'm handcuffed behind my fucking back, and they brought me down a Railroad Avenue, which is a fucking
behind everything. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like it runs parallel about 1 and 9.
Yep.
In Ridgefield,
It's the barbecue place over there.
And
well, the barbecue place is newer than then. So
and fucking the cop flooring it. I don't know how fast we're going, but I'm sitting in the back seat, no seatbelt on, all that shit. And he fucking slams on the fucking brakes, and I fucking smash my fucking face into the grate in the back, and I just start puking over the back of the car. And they brought me to the fucking police station and fucking took me out. And then the cop was so mad that I puked all over his car.
Oh yeah, because he has to clean it.
Yeah, but now they got fucking the plastic seats. Well,
yeah,
they just fucking hose the shit out. You know, back then they had to fucking clean it. And my dad ended up coming to the police station and picking me up and shit. It was a fucking disaster. But you know, even being a cop's kid, they'd fuck you up. Like, bro, I got fucking.
They would do it twice as much as a lot of times.
Bro,
I had a good friend in Bayonne that his dad was a cop.
I'm sure they fucked with him.
They fucked with him twice as much because, and you know, of course,
they knew
it didn't help with him going. But my dad's a cop, because you know they could take that only so much, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, cut the shit.
Yeah,
now you're an asshole.
Yeah,
now you're an asshole.
Exactly.
You ruined your dad's name.
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times,
and that happens to the guys and the girls because I know a couple girls that had daddy cop issues.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can't fucking breathe, bro. My sinuses are all. I hear me. I'm in the headphones. Like,
it's not as bad as you think you are. I barely noticed it, and now that you said it, I'm gonna only notice that.
It's fucking horrible. I'm not even able to fucking edit out of this because we're only putting this on YouTube, and then the audio file is gonna be recorded from. This is gonna be horrible, and I look like I'm fucking out of my mind, stoned. Holy fuck! I can't even keep my eyes open. That edible, bro. I got two bags of fucking indica edibles yesterday.
Okay.
And
I also don't know the difference. My son keeps telling me all the time, but I
Well,
still don't know the difference
sativa-
because that's his thing.
Sativa,
One relaxes you, one keeps you up.
Yeah, sativa fucking makes you wide awake and shit. I hate that because it gives me fucking anxiety and panic attacks. So I take the fucking indica, and indica is like it's short for like in the couch. Like
Yeah.
you take that, you're fucking you're chilling, you know. So I'm just fucking zooted off the fucking indica and these fucking brews. But
What got you into that hustle with the watches?
I mean, everybody that knows me, bro, knows it really wasn't watches. And
All right.
I can't talk
I get
about.
whatever.
I can't, just because I
What
can't.
got into your thing, I should say. What could you say about that?
I answered an ad in the newspaper one day,
Okay.
and the ad said it was October 2000, and the ad said must love rock and roll, must love money, must love beer.
I'm in.
Yeah, so I fucking called it.
Fuck, I should have read the newspaper
And
way more often.
It was in a Bergen Record, and
that's another reason I didn't.
I answered it. I was looking for a job. I was working for Volvo. I just fucking quit. And so I see the ad in the paper. They're like, yeah, come in.
Up by the Palisades Parkway, that one?
No, in Englewood, Thunder Volvo.
Okay, yep.
So
I know them.
So I answered I called the ad. I called the number, like, yeah, real quick on the phone, like, hey man, fucking how old are you? Like, where are you from? You got a driver's license? Yeah. I was like, all right, come in for an interview. So I'm like, all right. So I go in there for an interview. It's in a fucking warehouse in Hackensack.
Nice.
And so I go in, and there's a manager there
by the river or up the road there.
No, it was on Atlantic Avenue in
Okay.
Hackensack, right off of First. So I go in there and I talk to the manager. He's like, all right, man. He's like, fucking, we'll give you a shot. He's like, it's $200 paid training for the week. I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, just go outside and fucking help load up trucks. So I'm like, all right. So I got in the warehouse, and there's like 25 other dudes there that are fucking dudes and chicks, like around my age, like in like our, like fucking early 20s, mid 20s,
looking to make some money.
Yeah,
$200. Fucking, all right, we'll see where this goes.
They're blasting they're blasting. What the fuck was it? It was like System of a Down or some shit, like blasting loud, bro, on the system, like a big fucking stereo.
Must love rock and roll.
Yeah. And these guys, everybody's all fucking positive and shit. Like it was fucking weird. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So they're like, go grab that box. So I'm like putting boxes in these fucking vans, and like, all right, man, like fucking, we're gonna fucking circle up and we're getting the fuck out of here. We're gonna make some fucking money. And I'm like, all right, like I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm thinking I'm going to like help do a delivery and an installation of something. You know what I'm saying?
You're not entirely wrong.
So
it is a delivery.
Yeah. So I fucking I jump in the truck. There's a dude in the driver's seat, who's a good friend of mine to this day. I haven't talked to him in a while, but Larry, and a good friend of mine that's no longer with us, but Carlos, he passed away, and I'm sitting bitch in the fucking middle. We're in a fucking like Chevy 2500 fucking van, white van, and we're fucking shooting over the George Washington Bridge, and like I have no idea what the fuck's going on. And I'm like, where are these deliveries at? Like, bro, we ain't delivering shit. And I'm like, all right. And fucking he pulls up to somebody and he just fucking pitches them. He's like, hey, bro, you want to watch? And the guy's like, what? Like, no, I don't want that. He's like, all right, fuck you. And fucking like literally just says like, fuck you to the dude.
The hard sell.
And fucking pulls it hits the next guy. We were in a Home Depot parking lot. Like it hits the next guy like 4 cars up that just got out of his car. Bro, you want to fucking watch? No, I'm good. No, I'm good. Fuck you. And like fucking bro, like the next person. And then finally, like somebody fucking said, like, how much? And he got out and showed him, and he sold the guy, and he got it for like $600. And like,
well, the guy was interested. You hooked him right away.
Yeah, he hooked him. Yeah, like the guy wanted a deal, and he fucking showed him, and like he got $600 from the guy. He like had like fucking. He had like 300 on him, and he might have went to the ATM for the other 300,
or the Mac machine as they call it.
Yeah, Mac machine back then. Yeah, and he gave him $600, and fucking he gets in the truck, and he high fives the fucking passenger, my boy Carlos. He's like, "Fuck yeah, bro!" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm like, how did you do that? Like, fucking, how much money? Like, how much you make?" And he paid $275 for that. Like his paying on what he sold the guy was $275. So he made $325.
And not a bad score.
fucking bro, we were in the Bronx for like less than an hour, and bro,
Yeah.
he did it 10 more times that day. Not he didn't make as much profit off of each sale. Like he sold something for like 300, 400, shit like that.
Yeah, especially in the Bronx
But
back then.
he made bro, he made like fucking $1,100, and I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I'm like, I gotta learn how to fucking do this.
Yeah.
So I fucking I stuck around, and that dude Larry put me underneath his wing. Like he fucking me and him got along real well, and he fucking taught me how to do shit, and I started doing it, and I fucking took it from there.
Nice.
It was just fucking. It was something that complete fucking maniacs would do.
See, my whole thing, and it's a weird conundrum. I hate sales.
A lot of people do.
I don't have the stomach to live like that. However, shit like that gets my gears going. Like, really? How much? Like, I am that sucker that would go for a lot of these scams that are out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I haven't. There's been more than one. I'm like, I think I could still. I know it's a scam, but I think I could still make it work. Like, I'm that delusional sometimes. I'm like, I'm in. Let's see. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah. Fucking people's greed gets the best of them.
Totally me.
And the greed fucking blinds
all your sensibilities.
Exactly. Like it turns off all your senses. And it just kicks in. Like, oh fuck, I could take this and sell it online. I could return it. I could make this much money off of it.
Wait, it's a $200 investment. I get $10,000 or whatever.
Fucking, even though how absurd it is, but
yeah,
people don't. Again, it's
and then you rationalize it with yourself. Well, if it's only half as much, it's still not a bad deal.
Right.
Like if they're lying, it still doesn't sound bad.
Or something. Like, even if it's stolen, it's still worth something.
Right.
It's the pieces inside.
Yeah, it's like when if you're ever boosted stuff and sold it.
Of course.
Right. And you do. It's like,
I told you.
Well, it's all profit.
Yeah, we started.
It's all profit at a certain point.
With the alcohol and the fucking and the records and the CDs.
Bless you. I was in high school. I went to summer school in Hoboken, and I found out a weird law that is on the books in New Jersey that especially in schools, if there's a fire extinguisher missing, they have to buy a new one immediately before class gets started again, or before they could open their doors again to the public. So I was boosting fire extinguishers in high school, trying to hide them in a backpack, which first of all is a ridiculous thing to do. Trying to carry around a fire extinguisher in your backpack.
Would they also cancel class?
And duffel bags? No, I would take it on the way out after class. So that way they would have to have it done that night or first thing in the morning, And I met a guy that was installing the fire extinguisher because somebody did it before me. I'm like, oh, I'm getting $25. I'm like, I was probably getting ripped off, but I don't care. It was $25 a pop. I was in high school. Yeah, exactly. That was enough. A couple of those, it was enough to have fun for the weekend.
Cameras nowadays, bro.
That's the thing. That's now though. Not
everywhere you fucking.
Not in '88 though.
Oh yeah, no.
It was amazing in '88.
Yeah, I wish I was fucking running the streets back then. But yeah, like you can't do shit now, bro, without fucking being on camera. Everywhere you go, you're on fucking camera.
Or even worse, like with meeting women.
What do you mean?
Like back in the day, you used to be able to use a fake name.
Oh yeah, the fake. Yeah, they would have to like have your beeper number or some shit, if that.
Well, listen, my beeper number rocked. I wish I could still have that number. It was 201 Try Dave.
No, it wasn't.
It really was.
Get the fuck.
It really was.
Well, how much a month did you pay for that?
My beeper?
Yeah.
My beeper was hooked up. I had like a good plan. It was like $9 a month. I had voicemail. I could get texts or alphanumeric pages. Same thing.
Look, see, everywhere you go, bro, you're on camera.
Yeah.
See? Right there, you don't fucking know.
I like it.
Yeah, bro. So it was $10 a month for what? For text?
I had voicemail and text messages. It was great.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because back in the day,
the alphanumeric pages.
Yeah.
Not just, and I didn't have SkyTel because they robbed you.
SkyTel
robbed
you.
Yeah,
SkyTel was the shit.
That was the thing to have, and not just because of the song, but yes.
No, I know. Yeah. SkyTel was the shit. It was the black one. It had the fucking screen on there. I remember the bro. I don't know how the fuck.
And everybody insisted of being your friend and being code 69. I'm like, stop it. Not everybody can be 69. I have 469. Stop it.
I remember we broke into a car in like fucking, I don't know, maybe like
you're not only, wait. You're not only my cousin, but you're a male. You can't be 69 to me after a certain point. Stop it,
bro. We saw a bunch of shit from this car, and there was a fucking StarTech. The phone, the flip phone.
The StarTech phones. I had one of them.
Bro, this thing worked for fucking like 6 months. after it was stolen. Like, how the fuck did they not?
Who
turn
doesn't
it
turn
off?
that off?
How do you not turn the phone off? Like, I literally had it for 6 months, and it's just fucking crazy how nobody fucking ever shut it off. And I think the only reason I lost it was because
They didn't have GPS in them back then.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. But I think the reason that I ended up losing it was because I got fucking arrested for something else, and it was in my pocket, and the cops took it because they knew obviously it wasn't fucking mine, you know. But yeah, man, that's fucking
Yeah, but
crazy.
if you fight, you have to prove it's yours. So yeah.
Do you remember back in the day, like we used to have the fucking payphones on the block?
Everywhere.
Yeah, and you would type in like star fucking 44-7, and then fucking you could call anywhere.
Yep.
Like the Verizon or the AT&T guy would come by and hook up the fucking phone. Like,
Yeah, the guy had to do it first.
Yeah, he would hook it up for like the neighborhood.
I didn't have that, but like I said, I had my friend that had the blue tone, the phone
Oh,
caller.
right.
So which is even better because you could do anywhere, and all you had to do is hit like 2, 3, and that was the sound of like 50 cents dropping.
No, yeah,
it was perfect.
Yeah, that's right. Because the fucking it heard
the sound of the coins dropping. It was amazing.
Yep. And
God bless technology.
And like back in the day, like if you were listening to the radio, and like they were dialing a fucking phone number on the radio, and you could
copy it.
Speaker up to the fucking phone, and it would dial the number. Remember that?
Yep.
Crazy shit, bro.
Those things were amazing.
Yeah. Now I know what the fuck you're talking about. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't know what you were talking about before, but now I do. That you fucking said it.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's all right.
I was just going along with the story. But
listen, I do the same thing a lot of times, so don't worry.
Yeah,
I've been hitting the head a lot, so
yeah, I got you. I was born retarded, and I'm fucking baked out of my mind right now. Oh, this fucking podcast is fucking derailed.
That's all right. Oh, where were we before that?
I don't know. I'm fucking stoned, but I'm having a good time. I want to go out.
So, was that your favorite hustle of all time, or
the one with the watches?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Like,
I mean, you did it for long enough, so I'm assuming, yeah. But
yeah, bro, I was a fucking trained professional, and I became a trainer. I taught guys how to fucking do it,
I almost wish I met you back
and
then.
I fucking loved it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking loved it. Do I have some remorse? Yeah, but I fucking loved it. I love the money. I love the fucking feeling you get, bro, from guys like he's just fucking he's so like on the edge, and you're like, bro, just fucking take it, bro.
Just shut up and take it.
Yeah, just fucking bro, like, well, you're being a bitch. Give me the money. And he gives you the money and you walk away. You're like, fucking, I got that motherfucker, dog.
Girlfriend's pulling him away. You're gonna listen to your girlfriend? Come
exactly,
on.
bro. Fucking, she fucking.
She runs your life. You got your dick in her purse. What's the matter with you?
Exactly, yeah. She fucking asks you when she spends $500 at ShopRite, bro. Fucking get the fucking money out of your wallet. Fucking horrible. But that's what.
So my first somewhat hustle I had in life, I would hang out with my dad at the methadone clinic. I was like 4 years old, give or take. And I would actually dance outside in Jersey City, like with a hat out, with collecting money as a kid by the Dairy Queen.
By the clinic?
Yeah, by the methadone clinic on the corner.
Who's got money over there by the methadone clinic?
I made a couple bucks. I made some, not a lot, but people throwing change in there. Listen, when you're 4, $6 is a ton of money.
No doubt. Yeah.
I get all the toys I wanted, all my Matchboxes.
Some good Dairy Queen right there.
Dairy Queen is right there, And my next like hustle. Well, all right, I had a couple weird fucked up hustles. Like I would sell my broken toys.
Hand me those things right there. Those peach things. Yep. Thank you.
Like I figured I had to sell my broken toys to other kids in the neighborhood, and then their parents would go yell and complain to my mother, and she's like, "Well, your kid's stupid enough to buy them. I can't help you."
Yeah, where'd your fucking dumb kid get the money from?
Yeah, exactly.
I stole it from your purse.
Then as I got older, I would sell urine to my dad and his friends. Well, my dad I didn't charge. There was rules about that.
Genius.
Yeah, but it made listen. And even as I got older, not that I
how much
I
did you
kept
sell
doing.
the urine for to his friends?
Like $10 a year. It wasn't a lot. I was a kid. They took advantage of me. I get it.
How many times though?
Decent. Not like it wasn't an everyday thing.
Like
was
5 times a week.
A couple a week. It was a couple people a week. Whenever people needed to have a urine,
Great.
they'd give me the empty aspirin bottle to put it in.
That's fucking awesome.
So they could hide it in their pants because it's enough. Listen, I didn't have to go. This is all that came out. I'm sorry.
Bro, that's that type of shit that you learn like growing up in like the Northeast and like New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Boston.
Listen, New Jersey especially, definitely, because we have a weird fucked up sensibility in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's
like people don't believe. Like I tell people, like especially when I was in the Army, I got to talk to people from literally all over the world, and they're like, "There's no way you did this stuff." I'm like, "Dude, I did. I want to call people. I'm like, I'll get people to tell you about it."
No, I know.
You know,
It's fucking
I
unbelievable.
still have that. People are like, "Oh yeah, this guy. You know what this guy did?" You
It's
know,
unbelievable shit.
like my fiance has recently met some of my friends from my past lives, and you know, they're like, "Oh no, Dave used to do that. No, he's a fucking psycho." She's like, "What am I getting myself into?" I'm like, "I told you who I am. I told you I'm a little weirdo." You know, like, I have one friend that really exaggerates all my stories, which makes me feel better sometimes. But when he really gets the story wrong, I have to fucking correct him. He's like, "No, I was there." I'm like, "All right, calm down."
Hey, bro, you're believing your own lie
Yeah,
here.
you're getting way into this stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Listen, you live in Florida. Calm down. It's okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy the sunshine. You're baking your brain. It's okay."
No doubt. Yeah, it's
No, but then he shit on the girl. I'm like, "That's not what happened. I didn't do that. I may have robbed her house when I was done with her, but I didn't shit on her."
like, bro, on my old Facebook, I have pictures of them. I'll show them to you right now. I used to post pictures of guys that I sold, and they're fucking professional athletes. Like
All right,
the guys that play for the Giants, guys that play for the
Tito Wooten.
Yankees. Who?
Tito Wooten.
I don't even know who that is.
It was a '90s Giants player. Never mind.
No, I sold like guys that won the Super Bowl and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, like in like the 07 Super Bowl. And
Nice.
fucking, yeah, like down in Edgewater and Weehawken and shit. Like I sold a lot of those guys that down there. I sold.
By the way, I love that neighborhood over there. That's beautiful over there. Then when you get by Edgewater, up by the waterfront and everything.
Oh yeah, I love it.
That is so
I love it,
beautiful.
bro. I love it. I love that whole area, man. Like Englewood, Fort Lee. I mean, it's a lot quieter out here. It's fucking, as you
Yeah.
can see, like you get a lot more for your money out here. But you're far from the city, which I'm kind of happy with now, bro. Like I'm fucking 42.
At a certain point, listen, like I live in South Amboy,
Yeah,
so for me, I feel like I'm out in the country.
yeah, but you're still.
There's no sirens running all night.
Right,
I'm like,
but
oh, this is so quiet.
if you go to the water though, you can see the tower right there, right? You can see fucking.
You can see
Lower
shit. Yeah,
Manhattan.
right. Yeah, right. I mean, I have to look at Staten Island on the left, but yeah, I still get to see the city. So I still kind of feel at home. I grew up watching the towers as a kid.
Yeah, I got
Like,
you.
oh wow, there's the towers. I beat my great grandmother's. I could walk to downtown Jersey City. I'd walk over like 2 blocks. Oh yeah, New York.
How far is Sandy Hook from you?
The Gunnison Beach or
I don't know. Honestly, bro, I don't think I've ever been to Sandy Hook.
You might be better off, but so Sandy Hook, theoretically, good place. Federally run beach. You don't have to pay for the beach because New Jersey tries to get you on that everywhere you go.
Right.
Except you have to pay for parking.
Right. So hold on.
So you could have like 30 people in your car, but it's the same price for everybody to go.
So like if I seen pictures of people like fucking long casting on the beach.
You could do that at some of the beaches, not all of them.
And you see like Lower Manhattan in the background.
Yeah.
That's Sandy Hook.
Yeah, and also at the far end at Gunnison Beach is where they have the clothing optional.
Oh yeah,
which isn't as fun as it. Well, I knew some strippers that they're like, oh, you got to come early in the morning because by the time it's like 10 o'clock, you have all the old people here.
Yeah,
so they didn't want to be seen around.
That's what a friend
the
of
old
mine
people
said.
ogling.
She said that fucking all the old like fucking people go
but
there.
Listen, you want to have a good time? Either way, it's fun.
Just fucking laughing,
dude. 60-year-old old dudes with their fucking balls hanging out is amazing. Watching them play volleyball.
Get the fucking they play volleyball.
They're playing volleyball naked. It's amazing. Guys trying to show off their cock rings. I'm like, dude, you have no hair and a fucking
weirdos
and an ugly goatee. Stop it. But you know something? I enjoy the fuckery.
Fucking weirdos, bro.
No, they are, and I love that shit.
I hate them.
I hate them.
Oh, you like the sound effect?
I hate them. I love the fuckery. I'm a big fan of the weird shit.
I got you.
Like furries. I love furries.
What is that? The
people that dress up as like mascots.
Do they have the butt plug in their ass with the tail that comes out? That thing?
I wish, but no.
I have no idea what a furry is, bro.
They're the people that dress up like wolves and lions and tigers and bears in fursuits.
Like the army guys that I've been seeing that with the dog masks on, the puppy masks.
No. Oh my God. Hold on a second.
Have you seen what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Those guys are just a whole different type of weird. I like those guys too. I'm not used to them yet, so I can't really talk trash.
Yeah.
But furries are just a lot of fun.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
I will show you right here. Hold on. We have technology in our pockets. Maybe not. All right. Where's images? Boom.
Furry fandom.
This young lady is dressed as a purple fox, showing off her little knee.
Out of their fucking minds. I mean, hey, more power to them. I mean, do whatever the fuck you want.
So in July, there's a big convention in Pittsburgh. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I've been dying to go to one of these things. I just never made the plans. But
Yeah.
oh my god, I have to do it one year.
Have
I
you
really
been
do.
to Pittsburgh before?
I've been through it a couple times. I never.
Have you ever drank there?
Yes,
Bro,
I have not ordered a Roethlisberger like I wanted to though.
South Street, I believe it is. The bars open up at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. It is amazing.
You want amazing for the drinking like that in New Orleans. They don't close.
Yeah,
It's considered
that's
bad
too
luck.
I need a couple hours closed.
No. You can go to sleep. They're open whenever you're ready. So no matter what your schedule is, you could be an insomniac and get there at 4 a.m. and have a drink, or you could sleep all day and get up at 6 at night and go have a
Bro,
drink.
I don't want to deal with some fucking Creole fucking voodoo fucking weirdos, bro. I like cold weather.
Like I said, I like the fuckery. The weirdos I'm a big fan of the weirdos.
That's too much for me. They talk weird, and I don't know. I like Pittsburgh is a fucking great town. Like I love Pittsburgh. I love Cincinnati. I love Buffalo. I love Boston. I love fucking
Boston's a lot of fun.
But it closes early. I lived in Boston
It
for 3
really
years.
does. Yeah.
But it's a good town to fucking eat and drink in.
Yes. A lot of good food. Underrated for the food in Boston.
Yeah.
I was not expecting. I'm like, oh, and not just because I had a Wahlburger, but I've eaten some other stuff there. Listen, sometimes at one point you have to. At one point, I was there with my son. We were at a gaming convention, PAX East. They do a thing there every year. And I was like, well, let's try Wahlburgers. Let's check it out. I'm like, we're here. Let's try something stupid. Let's have some fun.
Where was it?
It's right by Fenway.
Okay.
It's literally down the street from Fenway.
Over there by Yorkie Way?
Yeah. And the best thing is we're driving away, and there's a bus parked right next to Fenway, and it was Yankee buses. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This isn't real.
Playing that weekend?
No, it was a yellow bus called Yankee
yellow
bus. Called Yankee bus. Like it was a regular bus, but not like a school bus. But
yeah, the fucking Chinaman bus.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah,
really? The Yankee buses?
Yeah,
at Fenway.
It's the bootleg Greyhound. It's even worse than Greyhound. How that is even possible, I have no idea.
There's a lot of knockoffs like that.
Yeah, fucked up. I fucking bro, I got a story for you. I was 17 years old. I was down in a halfway house in fucking Boca Raton, Florida.
Good place to do that.
Yeah, my mom, God bless her soul, she fucking sent me down there because I was fucking out of my mind doing blow and smoking a bunch of weed and drinking and shit. So she sends me down there to just fucking. I went to rehab in upstate New York, and I was there for 18 months. I went to Daytop and graduated.
By Saratoga?
No,
okay.
No, it was actually in Rhinebeck, New York.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was Daytop for juveniles. It was 18 months long, and I fucking graduated. I was court mandated there.
Nice.
So fucking, I graduated from there, and I'm like, Mom, I'm ready to come home. She's like, no, you're not. Like, you're gonna go live in Florida. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, who the fuck am I gonna go live with in fucking Florida? And she's like, you're gonna go fucking in a sober living recovery fucking house. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What does that even mean?
Bro, listen, I had 2 months left for my court thing.
Right.
They mandated me, and I went to fucking probation for 18 months, and there was 2 months left on it. And they're like, yo, you have to do this for 2 months.
How was Florida though?
Well, I went down to Boca Raton, and it was a halfway house, and the house was full. I was fucking young. I think I turned 18 down there, and it was just a lot of guys in their mid-20s, and like me, I was a young kid, and I linked up with this dude. I forget his fucking name, bro, but he was from Yonkers, and he was court mandated there as well, and I got a job over at the Kings at the fucking grocery store.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Bro, it was right off of what the fuck road is that? Tamiami Trail in fucking Boca Raton. And my first day, bro, my first hour at King's, they're like, yo, cut these strings off the fucking rotisserie chickens and fucking put them in the rotisserie and fucking, cook them, spin them, whatever the fuck they do. So fucking, I'm like, all right, so I got this fucking knife. I'm cutting the strings, bro. I cut my fucking hand open. My left hand, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I don't want to lose my fucking job. I'm bleeding all over the chickens, and I'm like, fuck it. I put the bloody chickens right in the rotisserie and fucking started cooking them. I didn't say shit to anybody.
And that's why they shouldn't let teenagers hold food.
I was
handle
18. I
food.
was 18.
That's what I'm saying. A teenager should not be handling food.
So I put the.
You're technically an adult.
I put him in the oven. I'm like, fuck. I like, went and bandaged my hand up. The manager's like, what the fuck happened to your hand? And I'm like, I cut it. And he's
the
like,
chicken cut me.
He's like, oh, you need stitches. Like, he's like, you just go to the emergency room. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, fuck this. I walk out. The halfway house was literally across the street. So I walk in the fucking halfway house and I tell the dude I was friends with, I'm like, look, I gotta go to stitch. He's like, all right. He's like, bro, he's like, how about we just get the fuck out of here? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, let's go home. Let's go back to fucking New York.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, bro. Let's go. So he was like dating this fucking little Spanish chick. He calls her. He's like, look, we want fucking an ounce of weed, and I want as many fucking ecstasy pills as you can fucking get.
And what year was this?
This is 1998.
So you got the Mitsubishi double turbos.
That's exactly what they fucking were. I'm not even fucking kidding. That's exactly what they were. They were the Mitsubishi fucking the double stacks.
Yeah.
The double stack Mitsubishi.
At the time, my roommate was selling them. So.
Bro, that is fucking crazy that you just said that. I'm not even kidding. That is exactly what we got. So he got 18 of them, bro. He got 18 of them. We were gonna pop them on the fucking bus ride from fucking Florida to fucking Port Authority.
All right. See, so, my thing is, I am not a drug person.
Hold on, let me tell you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So fucking, we get on the bus and we get like a 30-pack of Budweiser. We're on the Greyhound, and we get off. Like I don't know, 3 hours in, we smoke a fucking blunt, and we popped the fucking the e-pills. It was like 11 o'clock when we got on. So now it's like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. It's pitch black. And we're both fucking bugging the fuck out, like tripping balls, bro, hallucinating, fucking bugging the fuck out on this fucking bus. And like we're in the middle of nowhere in Georgia, bro. Ooh. And like we're sitting in the back of the bus right by the bathroom, because that's where derelicts sit when they're doing drugs and fucking drinking, And this fucking chick goes into the bathroom, bro. Some fucking Spanish chick goes into the bathroom, and he's like, bro. She wants me, bro. Like I saw her looking at me before. She fucking wants me. She's in there waiting for me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? No, she doesn't. Why she doesn't want you, bro?
She's trying to get to the bathroom. She had to look at you on the way to the door.
Everybody's sleeping. The lights are out in the bus. Like we're just cruising.
No, that means she wants it.
Yeah. So she goes in the bathroom. He's like, bro. He's like, fuck that. He's like, I could hear her.
She needs me.
That's what he was saying, bro. Bro, he gets up from the seat and fucking goes and knocks on the bathroom door. And knocks on it, and she opens it up, and like his back was to me, but I see his like right hand, and apparently like he's like grabbing his dick or some shit, and she fucking screams, bro. She screams at the top of her fucking lungs, and bro, again, this is like 5 something in the morning. It's pitch black. We're in the middle of nowhere in Georgia, and we have all these fucking ecstasy fucking pills and fucking like an ounce of bud on us. The fucking truck driver turns on all the lights. Everyone in the bus fucking wakes up. He fucking pulls over to the side of the road, and he's like, "I'm calling the fucking what's up?
You out?"
Yeah, no. He's like, you're waiting here for the fucking. We're not going anywhere until the state troopers get here, because the girl's fucking screaming like,
"Yeah, no, you have to." Yeah,
she's like, "Fuck you!" Like she's trying to like fucking fight him, and like Spanish people are trying to pull her off of him and shit. I'm just sitting there fucking bugging the fuck out, bro, and so these fucking the troopers finally get there, like I don't know, within like 10 minutes. And they come on the fucking thing, and like you come off the bus. They have these like real heavy Southern fucking
they had the hats, the brim hats,
And fucking bro, I took my ecstasies, and I stashed them in the fucking seat, like I was tucking them in there, and they're looking in the fucking seats, bro. And I don't know how they didn't fucking find it, but they took him. He had like a half an ounce of weed on him, and fucking they took him. And I never fucking seen him again.
Oof.
They left his luggage in the car, the whole on the bus, the whole fucking 9, bro.
Well, yeah, they're not going to take that off from him.
It was just fucking. I never saw the kid again. But
you can call Greyhound for that shit.
Well, then for the next like 18 hours, I just fucking bugged out of my fucking face in that fucking Greyhound bus. That was the whole point of the story. Was the fucking nightmare on the Greyhound bus. Back from Florida to fucking New York, with everybody looking at me, bro. Brutal. Like, who the fuck is this asshole's friend?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Anyway. Now they're watching you the whole time.
Yeah, they were like looking at me, and I'm fucking bugging, bro. Like I'm fucking seeing shit. Like I was bugging I was fucking bugging out on those fucking E-bombs. That was a good fucking 8-minute beat down to fucking chew everybody's ear off real quick. make him fucking hit fucking stop on the podcast. Like, what is fucking Dealz talking
What
about?
the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, exactly. What a disaster. This fucking podcast has come to a screeching fucking halt.
That's all right.
I'm fucking breathing on it.
Well, how long we? All right, we've been on here a bit.
Yeah, we got an hour and 10 minutes. Are you fucking done or what?
Yeah, it was fucking. We could always catch up another time when the dogs aren't trying to attack us.
Right. We're not going to be in Boonton for another year.
Nah, listen, we'll
next
make
time-
plans. We'll make plans.
Next time you come back with fucking Uncle Floyd.
No, I'll be back before then.
Well, you're not.
No, I will. Listen, Uncle Floyd doesn't want that host back, but he loves me. But I'm not waiting a year for it. I got to come back.
You've never used that host before?
What?
You've never used a host before?
I've used them before, but
Not him.
he has never used them before.
And so you vouched for this guy, and he just fucking went up
I
there
did
and
not
bombed?
vouch for him. Somebody else did. Thankfully.
Oh shit.
Thankfully. And listen, and I like the guy personally. Nice guy.
He just had a fucking bad set.
It was definitely not.
Does he
his
suck or he just had a bad set?
Yes, but
He says he sucks.
Listen, great guy. Needs a little more work on the comedy.
Yeah.
He's a lot rusty. He's got some shit going on. I get it. Shit happens. You had a bad day.
He's
Move on.
he's probably hating it right
But
now.
listen, when you're having a bad time, read the room. Don't run the light.
Right.
That's all.
It's fucked up. Well, bro, I appreciate you coming through.
Dude,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you for
Listen,
somebody spending the time with me.
I
for
will
fucking
make some plans.
shooting the shit with me. I appreciate it.
I will make some plans this summer to come back up.
Yeah, definitely. Please
All
do.
right.
Come back up.
One way or the
You're
other. We'll
welcome
figure this out.
anytime. All right, everybody.
And when you do it with Carucci, I may have to.
Yeah, I mean, we're recording on Monday.
Because, well, I got to find out on Monday because we do our show on Mondays, Uncomfortably Funny podcast. So
Where is that at? Where can
we
I
do
find
that
it?
out of my place. I will hit you up with
Is it
that.
on YouTube?
We have like 3 things on YouTube and they're all terrible and they
Okay.
were done a long time ago. So I'm trying to redo a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So I will definitely hit you up with some other stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you when the mics go off because I might be able to help you out with something.
All right.
All right. So fuck yeah. I'm fucking baked off this fucking this edible, bro. Like I'm whacked. Thank you for listening to this fucking nonsense tonight, guys. I appreciate you.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Again, thank you to Dave Hodge right here, this beautiful fiance. I forgot her fucking name.
Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Woo,
Thank you.
Tracy Hodge.
Yeah, thanks for coming by and spending time with us, and I hope you guys get home safe. And listen, guys,
I only had a couple frescas.
yeah, frescas, yeah, exactly. The comic and the con will be on Monday. Me and Rich Carucci will have a new episode out. All right, so you guys can check it out.
And definitely follow Rich because Rich is an amazing comic.
Yeah, Rich is fucking hysterical.
The steamroller of comedy.
He is he's just got his fucking Twitter account back
Again.
No, I actually created it for him. I created him a new one because he couldn't fucking figure it out. Yeah,
that'll do it.
I think he's Rich. I think it's Rich Carucci 6'9". I don't even know what the fuck it is. Or,
Dick Carr 73 times 4.
Yeah, no, it's even like easier than that to remember. But it's fucking all fucked up. But just watch on Monday, and but you can find Rich Carucci on Facebook. He's all on Facebook, and he's actually doing a show right now in Pennsylvania, I believe. So
actually, he's headlining for us next month.
He's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
So
in fuck, I can't remember the name of the town. Don't mind me. Hit up Rich Carucci and ask him where you can find him in New Jersey next week.
Or hit me up. So
yes.
Fucking again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Like
cheers.
Yeah, like this is a fucking radio show. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for your appointment listening.
Yeah, good looking out, guys.
Good night, everybody.
I love all you. Let me hit the fucking end button here. Hold on.
Punch out, Maverick.
Be safe. Peace.